What is happening, everyone?
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Lee.
Lisa.
My man.
Love the wine story. That was a fun one. Sharon, hope you're doing well tonight. Hope everyone's having a good Monday.
Yeah, it's been chaotic for us.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Hey, Katie. I'm so glad you liked the video.
Yeah.
We wanted to put so much more on there, but it just didn't work out.
It's so hard to carry a video camera around in a lot of those places.
Hey, Linda.
Because usually I'm packing like 25 bags and a huge inflatable ball that was won and stuff. So it's just
I won the ball.
She won the ball. We got to get that back from Chris.
Yeah, we do. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Christina. Hey, Sean. Hey, Mama Z's. Hey, Mark. Hey, My Land is His Land. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Marcy. Hey, Diana. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Swampy Acres. Hey, Lou. Hey, TNS Dogs. Hey, Wanda. Stephanie. Corey. Hey, Roberta. Hey, Simply Southern Roots. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Karen from Massachusetts. We did have a good vacation. Hey, Gather and Grow. Hey, Pearly. Hey, Cynthia.
We are home.
We are home. A little bit sad, but it's okay. We're very blessed to be here.
Yeah.
It's just hard to leave vacation and everything that vacation brings you, especially when you come back to a lot of overwhelmed feelings.
I was wondering which way he's going to roll with that.
I wasn't sure either.
But everything at the homestead is great.
Yeah.
The growth has been huge.
Huge.
I mean,
huge.
Yeah, huge. Y'all saw it a week ago. The next video will be back in the garden, showing you all the growth from 1 week.
Hey, Darby.
And we do a lot of harvesting. So you can see everything that happens just in 1 week because we harvested right before we left.
Yeah.
The only thing that even, it's not even a thing, but one thing that happened is Boots escaped his side of the pen and got in with pieces. So my fence ground out somewhere because they ain't eating the green like coons are supposed to.
Oh, they probably planned it. They probably caked the mud up on there and grounded it out on purpose. They know what they're doing. Pigs are smart.
They are smart. People don't give them enough credit. So I've got to fix that, get him back over there. Unfortunately, he had to be put lower on the list, the priority, because we had so many things to do when we got back.
Runaway Homestead said, so do you feel refreshed?
Yes, I do. I feel refreshed. I feel ready to tackle the homesteading, that refresher and get ready to really do the preserving. Some other stuff, I guess, is kind of like holding it back a little. Work, just work. And they bombarded me today.
Yeah.
It's like, he's been gone for 5 days. I was on the phone from 7:30 this morning until 4 with 0 breaks. I was like, y'all really know how to throw it on thick on a guy's first day back from vacation. So that wasn't fun. We also had things we had to do in between that. So yeah, refresh for the homestead life.
Yeah, definitely. Felt more relaxed. Just, I don't know. I have a hard time with change. So, not even for coming home. Even when we got to vacation, the first night I had a hard time because I get homesick, and I think the kids are with me. It's hard to leave. So once you get somewhere and you're not settled yet, I'm always a little bit uneasy, and I was missing home. But after that, I was settled. So now the first kind of day back, it's getting back into that swing and not being upset about where we were. And that's just how I am. It's my personality. I don't deal with change well. I never have.
Cynthia, after my day at work, I was about ready for a glass of wine again.
No wine for you.
No wine for me. Just kidding.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, Russell. Hey, Hackett's Healing Hollow. Hey, Tinker's Wife. Hey, Pryor Homestead.
What were you most excited to see in your garden when you got home? Tomatoes. Red tomatoes.
Yeah.
Because we had only picked one before we left, and when we got back, we had a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But we also realized we have a bird issue. So kind of that thing that we have talked about, picking them when they're blushing. Don't wait till they get fully ripe, because that's when the outside animals really like them. Mm-hmm. Well, of course, there were some that were really ripe. So some of the birds got a couple of them. But now that we're here, we'll be able to take care of that.
Thank you, Greenwich. She said, hello, I missed y'all. Skipped on our Roots and Refuge moderator meeting to be here.
Well, thank you. Tell them not to be having moderator meetings during our live.
Hey, the Max. How are you guys? Hey, Bill from Michigan. Awesome. Simply Southern Roots taking us to the barnyard with them.
Nice.
Karen said, I want to see a shirt with a wood holding a glass of wine.
I know, we need to do that.
That's
so funny.
Oh, the woodchuck.
Dang on woodchuck. Never found it.
No. Hey, Laura. Hey, V. Morgan.
Great wish that totally did. Good. Thank you.
Hey, Walker Farm.
Chat's flying, but we keeping up. Yeah, so ask any questions that you all have. We always like to see you all spark
The Fansler Farm said, the further you get with your homestead, does it reach a point where you don't feel that you need a vacation? I can understand for events, but is the day-to-day ever relaxing enough to not want to leave?
Yes, absolutely. We've talked about that in a lot of videos, how we've created our oasis and to where we don't have to leave or want to leave. But
Gatlinburg is our second home.
Hey, I do my Garth thing.
Yeah.
There's a blessing, there's a curse, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes when you are put up in a place for so long, sometimes values that others have get lost. And what I'm talking about is our kids. So it's our oasis, and the kids love it here, but they also need to see the world.
Yes.
So we can't forget that.
Different people, different things.
Yeah,
different
seeing that it's
scenery.
not just on the hillside. So for us, yeah, we could,
they're homeschooled.
Right.
They don't go to school. They don't go to daycare. They don't go anywhere without us.
Yeah.
So it's perfect, and you want it to be that way. But is it also good to educate them on other places and other people in different walks of life? Yes.
Yeah.
So we try to do that. And Gatlinburg is our second home. We're safe there. We're comfortable there. We know everything.
We know
about
everything.
It.
Like I don't even need a GPS when we're there.
No,
like,
we know. We know everything about it. It's literally our home away from home.
I literally feel like we live there because, I know all the back roads.
Yeah.
Like we don't even have to hit the main roads to get to where we want to go.
Yeah.
Marla, $20 super chat.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Marla.
Thank you for being here. That's awesome.
We say that, but then we also talk about like letting them see different things. To them, it is different because they're only 4 and 7. Mm-hmm. So even though they've been every year since they were born, they're just starting to form their own memories of it. And every time it's new because they can't remember the last time. Yeah. So it's a new place for them.
Right. It's just important to, think about everyone in your family and not just yourselves. And kids matter.
Jessica said, when will you start to play in your fall garden?
We should have. Honestly, our
it.
week of vacation, we should have started seeds.
Yes.
But we thought about starting before we left. We're like, we don't want to also throw water the seedlings as you leave.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, so we're literally going to do that this week. In between preserving so much harvest that I didn't think either one of us expected it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll start doing that. We'll sneak it in at some point this week.
Fancy Farmer asked what homeschool curriculum we use, and we were actually going to talk about that.
We were actually going to talk about it.
A lot of people are considering or doing homeschool this year or trying to figure out if they're going to, what they need to do. Our town actually they voted on the first 6 weeks being virtual, which is not homeschool. And I hate to compare the two, but they're not. They're completely different. Virtual public school is not homeschool. You don't get to choose what you do. You don't get to plan out your day. You have to follow somebody else's system and answer to them and do that kind of thing. But we wanted to talk about it still and ask, how many people are on the fence, or you've already decided you're going to do it or you're not going to do it, or you're doing virtual or NTI or NTI. That might just be a Kentucky thing. I'm not really sure.
It's non-traditional
instruction. It was just used for school days and stuff like that. Or snow days, not school days, sorry. But we use Abeka. That's our curriculum. And we've used it for about 1.5 years now, and we really, really love it. It's not cheap by any means, but it is good, and it's all-inclusive. Sarah said homeschooling before COVID.
I was country before country was cool.
Yeah. But it's a really good program, and there's so many out there that people love and they choose. But if you go that route, I've told a lot of people this. I'm here if you have questions or you need support or just want to talk to someone, share your thoughts. We've been doing homeschool for about 1.5 years, and we're not veterans by any means. We have not graduated anyone yet.
Right.
but we're
Well,
doing it.
if you're going to wait on that, it's going to be
Yeah.
a minute. And I was trying to read comments while you were talking, so I'm sorry if I missed this, but she is going to do a homeschool video. She did one when we started, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
So I think it's good to refresh it because she's learned a lot. I've learned a lot. The kids learned a lot.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little bit more informative one, but a homeschool one. So if you are on the fence, or you've decided but you don't know what to go with, at least that'll give you some insight on what we do. There were a few questions that I'm trying to remember, and now I'm forgetting. Robert Wilson, first off, $3 super chat. Big old thumbs up emoji. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good night, Runaway Homestead. Just Deborah had a good question. How do you decide when to put up a new batch of tinctures and salves? What makes you decide that now is the time to do a new batch for sale in your Etsy shop? So we are not any kind of fancy marketers by any means. The reason that it seems like once a week is because that's how long it takes that's how long it takes the salves to infuse and kind of the things that we're doing there. And we have them like in a cycle. So we can at least post once a week. The tinctures take longer, but we try to keep up to where
we at least do those once a week too. So every week we're pulling out a batch to put in the Etsy shop. And it's the same with the salves. And it's the same with soaps.
Well, soaps take a month.
Yeah.
So you really have to plan.
But we make it every week so that every week we can post something in the shop.
Yeah.
So we usually do salves, tinctures. I think just salves and tinctures, on Sunday. Yeah. And that's for the next week. So the ones that you get on Monday were from the prior week, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Hard to explain. And then the soaps we make every week, and they have to cure for 4 weeks. So the soaps that you're getting were from 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's a constant cycle.
But once you get going and you stay consistent,
you have to plan it out.
You
got to put it on our calendar, the certain days we do stuff. And no matter what, we make time to get that done so that we can have it. Because if you don't do it, in advance, then you have to wait. And it's just a cycle.
Yeah. Freedom Homestead, thank you. They said happy birthday to me.
Oh.
So there is stuff out in the Etsy store still currently. So one thing we're noticing is we think we finally may be reaching the demand because things aren't going in a matter of minutes. They are out there for a while, so they're getting low on soap numbers, but there's still plenty of comfrey and calendula and a handful of tinctures.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, you do have a chance now. They're finally out there. And we'll just kind of keep watching that too. So to finalize that question, if things are hanging out there for a week, we might not, might build up stock or something and just kind of wait till everybody needs it.
Yeah. So. But it's stocked right now.
It is stocked. Yeah. So if you want it, now's the time to get it because it's funny. And a lot of it's thanks to our international, which someone said like, good morning from Germany. Awesome that you're here. That's so cool. We get a lot of stuff happening while we're sleeping. So that's like when a lot of the views coming on YouTube. That's when a lot of people are buying stuff on Etsy. So if you're wanting it, I know it looks like it might be here now. At night is when it gets really hot and heavy.
Yeah. Someone, Russell said, is Butcher Box still delivering? They are.
Yeah.
I think they lifted the wait list.
I think they did too.
I think they did for people so that you can get on there and do it. We actually canceled our Butcher Box like 2 weeks ago for 2 reasons. One, our freezers are full, and we have got to start eating some food. And canning. We've got to take down stock in the pantry. We've got to empty the freezers. We've got to start eating what we have. And 2, we found a local Butcher Mart that's 40 minutes from us.
Yeah.
And we've gone there twice now. The first time we want to try it out. We didn't want to get rid of Butcher Box because we wanted to see, do we like it? Do we like the prices? Do we like the people? Do we want to support them? And we ended up loving it. And we went back a second time. It's all grass-fed local beef. So how much better can you get than Butcher Box than buying local? So that's what we've been doing. But mainly is the freezers.
Yeah, but that is not downplaying Butcher Box whatsoever.
No,
we still love it. It's literally just like she said. Because we were struggling to find someone local that had everything that we needed. That we wouldn't like
wipe out their stock.
Right. And like that we weren't, growing here on our own homestead. Yeah. And they had different stuff, things that we really wanted. So now that they are a consistent area, we'll just continue to use them and still kind of treat it like Butcher Box. We go once a month, load up on the things that we need, and that's why.
Darlene, the Etsy store is STIVERS Homestead.
All one word.
All one word.
If any of the moderators could share that, please.
Darlene, I am a little sunburned. We got in the pool yesterday, So while we were on vacation, we had a pool at our little neighborhood thing. And we got in at like one time. The water was really cold, so we didn't last very long.
It was super cold. It was just
We're
crazy
spoiled.
because it was
Our
super
pool-
hot.
Our pool is like bath water. So we kind of missed the pool. So yesterday we got in it. Yesterday we got in it. Got a little burnt. It's all right. Vitamins are
D.
good for the
Vitamin D.
skin. It's just my face.
Yeah.
I don't like putting sunscreen on my face. It gets in my eyes, and I do moisturizer that has SPF in it, so that's nice. But I don't put sunscreen on my face.
No sunscreen on the face.
McCormick said, "What age to start homeschool?" To me,
immediately. I mean, whenever you're ready. So Raylan's 4. She starts this week for kindergarten. She'll turn 5 in September, but we're immediately stopped. Things are doing things.
I know.
That was weird.
Thanks.
So yeah, I mean, right at kindergarten, but you can even do preschool, right? There's preschool.
Well, it depends on what you want to do.
Maybe not pay for it, but maybe you can get one of the free ones.
To me, you should always be schooling and teaching, whether that's going outside or learn about nature, learn about trees, all of that stuff. Because we started with Wyatt when he was like 2. I was trying to get him to, go outside and learn his surroundings and stuff around him. If you're talking about officially, we started Wyatt when he was 5 because he was honestly ready. And I think that's because of the preparations that we did. But I also agree with the whole letting them be little, let them learn by experience or by play. That's important too. Our kids get a lot of that. So by the time they turn 4 or 5, they're ready. They're like ready to do it. They want to learn. They want to learn their letters. They want to learn to read, especially, Raylan and Wyatt. They have a lot of friends that they talk to, and they have a lot of grandparents. And if they don't learn to read, they can't communicate, through text or chat or whatever. So it's important for them themselves. They want to learn how to do stuff.
Oh, and we've even got an Osmo.
He said that's awesome. Yes.
An Osmo that works for an iPad. If you or anyone has an iPad, it's an Osmo, and it's games, but it's teaching them, like, one's a pizza game, and so they have to understand pizza toppings and how many.
But it's also counting and it's placement.
And then they give you $7, but it costs $3, and you gotta it helps you put it out.
And it's good for sensory. I forget what you call it, but learning to use your fingers and learning how to hold a pencil,
right?
Learning how to place stuff. Things,
coloring,
just the things that you don't think about that they need to know.
And it's just it's more fun, because it's
they don't even know they're
game,
learning,
and it is a game.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of stuff. Check it out, and that'll incorporate all of you and them, to learn from home, kind of thing.
Very cool. But they should also always fine motor skills. That's right. They should always be learning, no matter what it is, even if it's not the common curriculum. They should be learning something. That's just our opinion. Yes, fine and gross motor skills. There you go.
The Heath said, "You all are our inspiration."
Hey.
So the reason I even called out that comment is because it's something I've been thinking about a lot. Today wasn't stressful, but it was stressful. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was kind of a stressful day.
Yeah.
It was getting back in the swing of things. There was everything was moving a mile a minute.
Hey, Northern Mill Farms.
And we just got off vacation where time didn't exist. It was so slow, there was nothing to do, and then
there's no responsibilities.
Right, and so today it was just okay, this is getting to become too much. There is not a second to breathe. And then we got talking about, all right, what are we going to even do with these live? We're sweating and flustered, and so how are we going to be entertaining? And then we started talking about the live. We started talking about you all, and we started talking about names. We know your all's names from this chat. You all are our inspiration. We literally look forward to speaking to you all. You all put us in the mood. The reason we're in such good moods is because of you all. We're happy people. We're positive most all the time, but just like anyone, we have rough days and down days. And today wasn't anything extreme. It was just a freaking Monday from after vacation. And the fact that we could look forward to talking to you all, knowing that you all are just full of positivity and just happiness. It made us excited to go live. And I can't say, as much as you all say that we're an inspiration for you all are our inspiration. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
He's right. He's 100% right. To know that you have people waiting on you or that want to talk to you and not even any of that, just to have conversation back and forth
Right.
at the end of a hard day, and you can count on that, and we can count on you. It's really special.
Oh.
It's been kind of an emotional day.
Yeah.
It's not a bad day, just an emotional day.
Just an emotional day.
We just love y'all, and you mean a lot to us.
You really do.
So when you say we mean a lot to you, it's hard to swallow that because you mean more to us than we probably mean to you.
Seriously. Well, anyways. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. Can we all just all 287 you all just compound together?
Yeah.
Let's just do this thing.
That would be great.
We'll just buy Kate's going from, Tennessee National from the park and just make up shop.
Oh my gosh. And set up our own community.
Yeah,
How awesome would that be?
Who is trying to get
It's
in the
Daisy.
door? What is wrong with her?
She knows. Mama needs a hug.
Mama needs a hug.
I miss that little thing.
Yeah.
We love Daisy. Yeah, Daisy.
Oh.
I feel like they don't get to see Daisy much, but you get to see Ellie, the little one, and you see Rusty because he parks a lot, and Xena and Dolly, but you don't get to see Daisy a whole lot. And she's really a big part of this family. She comes in and she talks so much, and she missed us so much. She's been right up on my back every night, just laying with me.
Completely random, but I saw it pop by. Dennis, you're in DC or Baltimore. Does he have time to do another round of green beans? You do. Get them in there now. Just direct sell them. Don't even worry about starting. And you'll get another one.
Somebody actually asked, I don't remember who it was, I saw it in passing, but they were asking when to plant the Luffa seeds that they got from us. It depends on what zone you are, but most likely you should start them next spring, start them early, like March or April. They take a really, really long time. The vines don't take a long time, and the greenery is beautiful, but to get the fruit, it takes forever.
Yeah, and the fruit has to dry.
Yeah.
And at least it needs to be starting to dry before you have to take it in before your first frost. So
yeah,
we started in early March.
Very early, yeah.
And even our fruit, some like 3 completely dried. The rest we had to let finish inside before our frost hit.
Yeah. Which they do really well drying. Once you pick them off. February is when I start Loofah. I think it might have been February.
It might
I don't
have been.
remember. They were really.
It was the first.
starts
It was
when
one of
we
the
put 'em in
first things
ground.
we started.
Yeah, and we put them in the little the compostable.
Yes, the
cups.
biodegradable.
Biodegradable. That's the word I'm looking for. So that because they really don't like their roots disturbed.
Today.
I know. I can't get the words out. Too many words. But we started them in that so that we could just put little cups right into the ground and didn't have to worry about disturbing them. Which we didn't grow this year, but next year we probably will because we've used a lot of the Loofahs. So we'll have to restock.
I'm looking for a question I saw, but now there it is. Corey, y'all growing pumpkins this year? We are. We're growing Connecticut field squash, but it's your classic beautiful orange
Big
pumpkin.
old orange pumpkin.
Yep. And that's strictly because the kids wanted their own pumpkin patch, and that's why we grow them every year.
Yeah. Jessica, the aunts did love the Loofah vines. They loved them, and they didn't eat them. They didn't really destroy them at all. But I'm telling you, we would go out there, and we would have ants like an inch long all over the Loofahs. I remember it now because you said that. You forget things like that.
You do.
Because you really liked growing them. But now I remember we would walk through, and the ants would fall on us. They were really, really big.
Sharon, they do have beautiful yellow flowers. I think, okra has very beautiful hibiscus-looking flowers. It's in the same family. But Loofah flowers are very gorgeous.
Yeah.
And the bees love them.
They do.
And, almost more than like a squash plant.
Cow cups. I've never heard them called that, but it might be the same thing. Tinker's wife said my mini white cucumbers are
That's the
getting fruit.
one. I'm glad you saw that.
Yay.
The reason I wanted to bring that up is, first off, that's awesome that they're getting fruit. But mini white cukes are also a great second summer crop because they grow really fast.
So fast.
We did it last year, and we got a huge harvest, and we started like right now.
And we canned them too.
Yeah. So
there's nothing against
they were
canning
really
a white
good.
cucumber. They were very good.
Yeah, we made a bunch of pickles out of them.
They were so good fresh too. They would get a little bit fatter than your regular skinny long cucumber.
About this big,
but they were still so good.
And about that round.
Yeah.
But they were really delicious. So yeah, if you're looking for like a second summer crop, mini white cucumbers are really good too.
Corinne said, can you grow loofah in Nova Scotia? I have no idea.
What was the question?
Can you grow loofah in Nova Scotia?
How long is your growing season? If you know, what's do you know how many days you got from first frost to last frost? You don't even have to give me those details. Yes, you can grow loofah even in Nova Scotia. You just might have to do a lot more inside taken care of before you can move outside, because it still needs a long amount of time. But
I know zero about Nova Scotia.
Yeah, but if you can at least get a nice established plant like indoors, and then as soon as you get that last frost, that's shorter than ours. I know that. I just don't know how much shorter. Suzanne,
thank you, Suzanne.
$5 super chat. Thank you. Just jumped on. Do you have any playlists yet? No, we don't. It's just day by day with her.
Yep. She is doing what she wants to do, whatever that is. She calls the shots.
Yeah. Steph Rack, recently found you guys and subscribed. Well, thank you. Welcome.
Awesome. Living a Rogue Life. Did you guys get any cucamelons yet? We're not growing cucamelons. We have
nothing like a cucamelon.
Well, the ones Mark gave us.
That's a Kajari melon. Cucamelons.
Yeah, that's right. They're the tiny little things.
Yeah, the little sour.
We do have Kajari melons coming up though, and their watermelons are doing awesome too. They're getting really, really big.
Yeah, you'll see it on the video, but we did not harvest that one watermelon that I showed you all, and now she's doubled in size, and we got 3 more.
Can't wait to eat it. The kids are going to be so excited.
They are.
Hey, North Star.
Hey, no problem at all.
What did everybody have for dinner? We had frozen chicken enchiladas.
We sure did, because it was that kind of Monday. And we got to eat.
Hey, but at least we ate. It's important. At least it wasn't like a sandwich or something. That's what we usually eat on Mondays. Yes, Kathy, we did. Thank you so much. We cannot wait to play those next year.
What?
Sweet corn seeds.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Oh, the corn is doing great.
Yeah.
We are about 4-ish, maybe 5-ish foot tall, and no tasseling yet, so that makes me happy. That means we're going to continue to grow, and I'm super excited. Mm-hmm. They look great.
Hey, O'Neill Family Homestead. Glad you're here. Hey, Amber. Hey, Carmen. Thank you so much. Salmon patties, rice, and cucumber salmon cucumber salad for dinner. That sounds so good.
I love salmon patties. My mom makes some good salmon
She
patties.
does. Loves salmon patties. And Zach loves rice. He eats rice with everything.
I do love rice.
And cucumber salad is amazing. I haven't made any this year.
I know. Do that. It's crazy. We got, y'all can't see, but back here that's our working station. It is nowhere even close to ideal. But the white table is where all the salves and Etsy stuff is made. And our actual kitchen dinner table is where all our harvest is. I'm right on the other side of it.
Which is covered in vegetables. And
the kids, we had to cut them like a little bitty corner so they can eat off of it.
I told him today, I was like, you know what? Just eat your room. And I trust you. You can clean up your mess. Just eat your room.
Candy, $9.99 super chat. I love the emoji. Thank you.
Awesome. She's Going Country said, today I started my adventure in meat rabbits and all the gold poop they have to offer. That's awesome.
Nice.
Congratulations. Hey, Susie. You will love rabbits and their poop. Their poop is amazing. We cleaned out all our rabbit cages before we left and put it all in compost. We didn't need to put it straight on the beds, which you can, but so we just put it in compost. We do, our rabbit poops get mixed in with like hay and their food too, because it all falls. So sometimes we'll let it sit sometimes for a little while and let it chill out.
Boston Rocks, I think, has asked this question several times. So did you start the Loofahs inside? Yes, but we also have a greenhouse, so they weren't inside very long until they moved out. Yeah,
we started the seeds because I think it was too cold. Yeah, it was too cold in the greenhouse, so we started the seeds inside. Once they sprouted, it was warm enough to move them out to the greenhouse, and that's what we did.
Yeah, our inside growing for anything is usually no longer than...
It's just for germination.
Just for germination, and then they hit the door to the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Because we put a little heater in there. As long as it doesn't drop below freezing, then we're fine. But that sucks for germination.
Wide Family Farm said, my husband and I are working on an outdoor kitchen for canning and can't wait to make that happen. That's exciting. That'll be so nice.
That will be awesome.
We need to do that at some point. Awesome. Living a Rogue Life said, I lost all of my zucchini plants. Gonna have to buy zucchini so I can make your zucchini bread. Oh no. How come? Was it squash bugs maybe? I'm sorry.
I think our ducks are slowing the problem down, but they're still waiting.
Yeah.
We had only lost one plant, which is super crazy. Within 2 weeks, we had only lost one plant. So it's like, all right, something's helping, because usually once they're there,
Yeah.
You got about a week and a half, and like everything's gone. We got back, 2 more plants were down, but the rest are all still healthy. So
and we harvested so much.
And the thing is, we're not like, we know what's coming, so it's not like overly disappointing. Like you know that they're going to go down by these bad boys at some point. Your biggest goal is to push it off as long as possible.
Well, it's the same thing last year, and once we get to this point by the end of July, we're honestly okay with the plants going down because we've harvested so much, and a family of 4 can only eat so much squash and so much zucchini.
Even preserving.
Preserving. Yeah. We do a whole lot of zucchini bread. We do a whole lot of frozen zucchini and squash. This week we're going to be making squash relish. We eat it fresh for lunch and dinners. So by the time this happens at this time of year, we're just kind of okay with it.
Yeah, and even to add to that, we can't pull up a healthy plant. Not going to happen. Can't do it. But we don't have garden space to like say, this is fall garden, this is summer garden, and like just leave it alone. So it's almost like I need them to die so we can plant cabbages.
Right. It's time. It's time. Get out of here. We've had enough. Of you. But gosh, you'll see it on the video, not tomorrow, but the next day. But this week is preserving week. Canning is coming in full force. Not any freezing. We're not free. Well, the only thing we'll be freezing is zucchini bread, which we will have to make room for.
Well, we'll probably have to take some meat out of the freezer to can so we can make space for that.
Exactly. Green beans, cucumbers.
Yeah, let's run them down the list. I mean, I don't want to run the video, but 339.
Yeah.
I feel like they deserve it. They got on the live.
Trace.
So she's going to be doing pickled okra.
Yeah,
gosh,
really excited for that. We
so
have
good.
So much okra.
Yeah.
Last year we didn't plant enough, and we didn't get enough. This year we have so much.
I told her this year. I said we were planting enough okra plants where I can get some pickled okra in that pan.
We have enough to pickle and enough to just can so that we can fry it up later.
That's right. So then we're doing the squash relish.
Yep.
And then I just picked today. That's kind of a funny story here. Not too much, but it's a little funny. So we get back, and a lot of people, I don't think anybody else in this live, but we have not harvested our other 3 rows of potatoes.
Yeah.
We've decided we were getting ready to go on vacation. We don't have a root cellar, so they can cure, but then like the tickers going for them to rot.
Because we're not going to leave them sitting
right
in the pantry. We're going to can them.
Yes, they cannot sit in our pantry. They will rot, just like store-bought potatoes.
Yeah.
So we're canning them all. Like, let's wait till we get back. That way we don't waste any of our harvest. We've been eating the Yukon goats. So we get back, and she looks at me after we have like the grass in our front yard was like taller than my head.
You couldn't even see the dogs. They would jump off the porch into the grass, and they just disappeared like they were jumping in snow. Yeah,
if you saw a video, it looked like the bear in those the bear in those weeds. You could like barely see their color.
Yeah.
So I just like looked at her like, what happened here? And then we just had weeds everywhere. So I spent all day yesterday like weed eating. My mom actually helped me mow the front because she has a riding mower. I don't have that. But then there's plenty of weed eating to do. I think I spent like 2.5 hours weed eating, and then I push mow the rest of us. Oh, Venus, $10 super chat. Thank you. So we sit down, and I'm like, then we watered everybody, fed everybody, made sure all the animal coops were done. Yep. Had to dump a bunch of eggs because we just told people not to worry about it. So T-Bird doesn't bother
roosters
yet.
Are too mean.
Yeah, they're not to me again.
Yeah, well.
So I'm sitting there exhausted. I mean, wore out. And she's like, we've got to pick every single one of those beans and every single one of those potatoes this week because they're overdue. I'm like, I know. And so today, yesterday, we harvested everything but the green beans and potatoes. We're like, it's too hot. There's too many zucchinis, too many tomatoes, too many peppers. I ain't doing that today.
Pearly May, yes. All kinds of Betty soups.
Yeah. So today, it was really sunny and really humid. And after I got done with work, already stressful, right? I was like, but I'm like, I need to get in the garden because I need to not talk to these people anymore. I get out there and I start picking and it's hot and then it starts to rain. And I'm like, well, this kind of sucks. I'm like, it's thundering and stuff. I'm like, I've got to get these harvested. Well, next thing I know, I keep picking. My back's killing me because, picking green beans. And that rain felt so good. I was like, party day. I took my shirt off and I cranked up the music. I'm like, I need it to rain every time I harvest. This feels so good. Just sitting out here in the rain picking green beans. So.
Misted.
Yeah, misted. It's like you're in the pool, but not.
Yeah.
So it actually worked out really well. It was like a nice capper, for having to continue to work hard, but getting cooled off. But we've got, I want to say it's about 10 gallons of green beans that we picked just today.
It's our biggest.
Let me get them.
It's our biggest green bean harvest yet.
And we didn't even pull the plants.
Yeah, and we didn't even pull the plants up. So they're going to keep producing. Usually that's what we do. It's just kind of a tradition. We pull the plants up and we pick all the beans off and then we plant more. But we didn't have any started. So I told him, I was like, well, let's just leave them. We'll let them go another round as long as they're okay.
So here's our first 5-gallon bucket. Completely full.
Look at that.
And then this is actually a
turkey
fryer because I ran out of buckets. And it is over halfway full.
Yeah.
And so this is several gallons. I don't know how many, but
I'm so excited about it.
It's a lot of green beans.
So happy about it. We have never had that big of a harvest. And we love bush beans. We love pole beans. But we never get that many. And I don't know what the trick was this year. I really don't. I mean, we put them in a new spot. Maybe that had something to do with it. They were really, really close. Maybe that had another thing to do with it.
Yeah, last year we didn't hold hands.
We did also succession plant. So like the first, the bed's probably in third. So the first third were started first. Or no, yeah, they were started first. And then like 2 weeks later, we planted some more. And then 2 weeks later, we planted some more. So they've all grown up together, but they're also doing it different times. And it's, I don't know, it's really, really
stars align, planted by the suns.
Yes, that too.
So a lot of people are asking how many plants. It's in a 4x12 bed. We planted
3 rows.
Well, 2 rows of bush beans, and then we had trellises on each one. So then there was a row down that for pole beans. Then on the other side of the trellis, we planted some coming back over. So I want to say it was around 30-ish plants.
That many? You think so?
Yeah, close to it, if not 30.
Think so?
I'll count them when we get back out there.
I don't think it was that many.
Well, we did them 6 inches apart.
Yeah.
And so in a 4x12 bed, you can pump a lot in there.
Which I think last year that might have been, I mean, we didn't have a problem last year by any means. We had a lot of green beans. We canned them and it was a lot. But they weren't as prolific because I think we spaced them out too much.
We did space them out too much.
So this year we put them closer together and it's just a beautiful bush.
Yeah, it looks like one big bush green beans.
Yeah.
Which y'all seen. If you've seen any of our videos, I'm talking about.
But it's organized.
Yeah, it is very organized. Yeah. Green beans love to hold hands, and they like to just make a big huddle.
Yeah.
And
so I don't even know if we finished where we were going with that. The reason we haven't picked the potatoes yet,
yeah.
And the reason we're doing it this week is because we can green beans and potatoes together. It's our favorite side dish to can and have, and we do half potato, half green bean in a quart jar, and we can them. And it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So that's why we're waiting on the potatoes.
Right. So I'll probably do those tomorrow.
Lots of canning this week. Lots and lots of canning. That's okay.
Tammy,
I love snapping beans. I wish I was there. Sharon, I wish you were too.
Yeah,
I could use some help.
Yeah, so it would be nice if a few of you all could come and snap some beans and peel some potatoes.
That'll be the funnest part.
Yeah, the potatoes. Especially because I'm sure we'll have some small ones. You know how hard them are.
Oh, yeah.
Skin.
Fun.
Tammy, that's a funny comment. Do y'all's goats burp? My goat, Betty Boop, yes, that's her name, burp up a storm, and man, it stinks. I'm about to give her Listerine. They burp and the tootsies.
So bad.
They got the tootsies too.
They do. They do a lot of tootsies.
And they're loud about it.
Yeah.
No shame in their game.
That's what they do. When they eat, they regurgitate and they eat it again. Mm-hmm. So it's part of it, but man, it stinks. Sometimes you're out there like milking or something, and you'll be putting the food in Butter's little thing, and she'll burp right in your face, and you're like, it's so bad. It smells terrible. Yeah, and they'll fart all over you too. I don't care. They're funny. The Tinker's wife said Kalima bush beans are doing great.
Nice. And
the Trio Pheno Violet purple pole beans are really coming in. That's awesome.
That's great. I'll tell you what, out of the ones that are most prolific,
Mari's Vegetable Garden. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Mari's Vegetable Garden. We will do a video on Canada.
Oh, yeah. Y'all about to get infested with Canada videos.
All the Canada videos.
I mean, if you want a video, it's going to be what we're doing, so that's what you're going to get.
Because we're going to be in the kitchen.
Yeah. I'm okay because it's hot this week.
Carmen, I do need to show the pantry again. It's time.
Yeah, the pantry it's overflowing. We've got to figure out expansion. We've got to figure out a lot of things when it comes to the logistics of our life in the next few months. So
a lot.
Just crazy, all that stuff.
Hackett's Hill and Hollow said, have you heard of blue Listerine in water tubs to prevent algae? I haven't heard of Listerine, but apple cider vinegar is really, really good at preventing algae.
No, never mind. But remember what I was telling you? How crazy is it they made black water tubs?
Yeah.
Black draws the heat. Black's going to grow more algae quicker than a different color.
Yeah.
I don't know. Silly. But no, I mean, it's stuff I'm starting to think about because, we get out, we scrub.
Yeah.
And refill.
We do the apple cider vinegar, and it really, really helps with that.
It does a lot.
Yeah. And everybody's water. Everybody can have apple cider vinegar. It's good for everyone. You were going.
I know. I forgot. Yeah. I'm sorry. If I was starting to answer your question, my bad.
Root cellar. Yes. We need a root cellar so bad. We will have one day in the next adventure of our lives. We will definitely have a root cellar.
And we promise we're not holding anything from you all. We can't.
We get it worked out.
Yes.
But it will work out. Because everything always does.
Dun, dun, dun. So we got new shirts. I got a Hoss one on. Hers is Hoss too.
It's Hoss.
You guys stand up. Don't say it.
I can't.
You can't. It says Okra.
Okra.
And so this is what the back of mine shows.
Cute. Just grow your own food. There you go.
That was a lot of work. The Hoss just came out with a bunch of new shirts. And so, as you all know, we don't have many shirts or merchandise really as it is. We've created a few on Teespring with some help of a few people. But there's a few out there just, if you're down for a Stivers Homestead shirt, it's out there. By the way, just being completely honest, Teespring is just the worst. Once you buy it, and y'all probably know this, it takes like a month and a half. We can't stand that. Yeah. But we also, merchandise is one of those things that we just do not have time to focus and make a priority.
Naturally sees it. I need an Okra shirt. That's how my mom says it.
Right. So where I'm getting at is because we don't have a whole lot of merchandise, I'm sure you all have noticed we wear a lot of just other people's merchandise. Because shirts, hats. Yeah. I love hats. I think I got like every color of Hostel's hat that there is. But the reason we want to show it is you can't get really that many shirts from us, but a lot of people, our friends, have cool shirts like Okra and this one, and Hostel's got a bunch. I've been saying that Hamiltonville Farm has the most comfortable shirts. Yeah. But I think these are close to it.
I think it's the same material.
I think it's the same type shirt. It's kind of like that stretchy but really soft. So there you go. Yeah. But again, we will eventually work on merchandise, but we're a 2-person operation with 2 kids homeschooling, so we have to pick and choose. You all bless us with buying from Etsy, so merchandise just kind of way on the back burner. So if you want to support someone, support our friends. That's like supporting us.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's the same thing because we like to support them, they support us, and then we can get you to support them. And Hostels is amazing. We love Hostels.
Yeah, Grace, Ray starting this week, tomorrow actually.
It's supposed to be today.
Yeah, today was a Monday.
Today was a poop show.
Yeah.
Try again tomorrow. She's excited though.
Sharon, I saw that you got the mug. We love the mugs. Like the Teespring stuff is good.
Yeah.
And we've picked options that are good. But they're very basic. It's just Stivers Homestead stuff. So we like them. It's just be ready to wait. With
Barefoot Chicken said, "Can you do autographed containers on your Etsy store?" I'm not sure what you mean by containers, but that's
like the salve stuff.
Yeah, maybe that's a really cool idea. Cool.
We wouldn't sell an autograph.
No,
but like it would be cool.
But I've been wanting to be able to get something together to put in the packages.
Yeah.
Like a thank you note or a thank you card or just a, something like that. I think it'd be really cool. I told you.
I know.
I told you.
Hey, you know what? Y'all want to embarrass my dad? No, Ray, you hang it up.
Ray. I told you. I told him his dad would call while we were live. I knew he would do it.
No, Ray, go back in there.
Never fails.
Go back in there for just a second. So my dad every single Monday calls me exactly at the live. And so I wanted you to be on the live to say, yes, I called during every single one. And I text you say, "Oh, my bad, I forgot."
Everybody say hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony. All right, I'll call you back.
Every
time. And it's so funny because my papa, his dad, called me 2 minutes before we went live.
And when I saw that happen, I was like, your papa just called you. I was like, no doubt. Your
Yeah,
dad's
gonna call me.
Oh my gosh, too funny. He's the East Side Stivers Homestead.
East Side Stivers.
He has a beautiful garden.
He does. He did really good.
Never said hi, Tony. Oh, too funny. Venus, it does feel good to be home. It does. We got a very busy week ahead of us, but we're going to knock it out and we're going to get it done. And then eventually we'll get back to some point where we're just maintaining and not catching up.
That's right. Oh, I did want to call that out. Two family just saying in the chat. So nature's always right. He came to our farm late summer, early fall. And he was on our channel and we did a couple videos with him. They were here all day. It was an awesome time and experience. Excuse me. He sold his farm in California, San Diego, to move to Tennessee. And in the mix of that, that's a lot of stuff. So the one he shot of us, he actually just posted on our way down to Tennessee.
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked it, his channel's called Nature's Always Right.
Yeah.
The amount of knowledge you gain from this guy on just everything is amazing. Robert, thank you so much for the $3 super chat.
So the videos you're going to see are very old.
Yeah, they're from late summer.
Yeah.
So
the petting zoo was still together. Yeah. The goats were babies. The garden was not expanded yet. So it's really, really cool to watch. But you're always like, oh wow.
Yeah.
A lot has happened.
So much change. So anyways, he posted
Lindsay,
both.
That's awesome.
He posted 2 videos. One of just like his tour of our place. And then the second was a Q&A. He asked us questions on like, why do we homestead? Advice for new homesteaders. So first off, go check those out.
Yeah.
Secondly, he's also going to be live on Two Family Homestead right after us at 9. So that's very cool. And then, of course, Freedom Homestead, our other moderators, are also going to be live tonight
Mondays
at 9. Yeah, Mondays are a packed time. So if you're just all about homesteading, like tonight's your night.
Yeah, that'd be really cool, though. Yeah. He is so smart, so intelligent.
So smart.
He was a market gardener. I'm assuming they'll probably start it back up again. But the level that he did market gardening was incredible. And the amount of things that he can do with a small space and use it to its entirety and not have any square foot go to waste. He's incredible.
And you want to talk about organic pest control. So market gardeners, a lot of greens, right? A lot of greens that are easy, quick harvest, pack a lot of money, just constant harvest. When you look at it, it ain't like one bite on nothing. Yeah. So great knowledge. We learned a lot from him. And it's amazing how quickly in one day we became like best friends. Yeah. All right, from here on, we've talked ever since. So much in common. Yeah. So if you like us, you'll like him. He's a genius in the garden. Fancy Farmer, thank you so much. Can we get a Tony's garden tour? I'd love to see the other side of your property. Nice. That's awesome. So it's the other town. Well, it's the same town, but it's the other town. Yeah. The other town. It is. So we're on the west side, he's on the east side. But yeah, we will do that. He lives in the subdivision, and what he's packed in his backyard, him and my stepmom Katie, is pretty impressive. He's turned into an amazing gardener. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to do that. I would say, hey, Dad, since you're on. Oh, wait, you're not. Yeah. So. He might be. Oh, too funny. We'll have to go over there and do that. That'll be cool. Fairly May says it's 89 here, but the real feel is 95. I think it's about the same here, maybe a little bit cooler. The rain helped. And then the sun came back out. And it got humid again. Yeah. Tony has been canning a lot of pickles. See, y'all remember us last year with how many pickles we grew? Well, he went all out, and he grew so many cucumbers. And all we're about to be canning pickles. And I told Zach I did not want to can pickles this year. I grew five cucumber plants. 5. Oh, we have cucumbers everywhere. We're eating them fresh. Yep. Justin Farms, NC, any baby news? No. Not yet. No. We're sorry. No. I wish I had some news, but I don't. None yet. We'll see. With faith. That's right. In time. Thank you, Carmen, so much. Nice. Keep it up. That's awesome. Emojis. You know what that reminds me? Yeah, I was in that Kroger commercial with like, he's like, I don't know. It
about?
looks like a little pear, but it's like that same style cartoon. And he's like working out, and he like goes to the fridge, and he ain't got none of his drink, and he's like driving his car, and he's like doing these like weird moves and stuff. But it's like, I don't know. It's super funny, and that one reminds me of my bad. I didn't dream it.
Tara said, "Did y'all get to see the sunflower open?"
Nope, not well. We had 2 sunflowers in question. The small volunteer that is by the tilled garden. That one did open. Beautiful velvet queen. Thankfully, she held on her beauty to let us see it before the birds and everything else took her. The huge one that's like 10 foot tall now, still like barely got the littlest of head.
I told him yesterday, I'm like, we're not even going to be able to see it when it does open because it's so tall.
I said it'll bend over at some point.
Hopefully. I mean, in the rain today, I swear it grew it like 2 more foot.
It's so big.
It's huge.
We've never grown a bigger sunflower, and I have no idea which one it is.
I have no idea.
We'll be able to tell you when she opens up.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful.
Even the smaller one on the front side of the bed is now like what it was when we left.
Yeah.
What the big one was when we left. It's like 6
Hi, Lindsay. I would do anything to get like a time lapse on it.
Yes, I know.
That would be so cool. I don't know how you would even go about doing that, but how awesome would that be?
We could figure out a time lapse, but it's hard to do those outside. And I mean, it would have to be there like
it's
overnight.
It's going to be like the celebration of the garden.
Yeah.
Because the midsummer, by this time, you're getting worn out. You're honestly kind of tired of it. You don't even want to think about the fall garden. But you're still like blessed and you're in it and you're wanting to keep going. And then that sunflower will open and it'll be like a reminder of why we're doing this. It'll be beautiful. Climb to the top of the house. We might have to do that. Go sit on the roof and watch it. Maybe like when we know it's about to open, when the little things start, around the circle, we'll go sit on the roof.
Well, it's right by that cedar tree. We'll climb in.
There you go. Or maybe the tree house.
Ooh.
Ooh.
A little far, but it might be good.
Oh my gosh. Christina has said, have you guys ever grown school cat flowers?
No, but that sounds interesting.
It does. Lindsay said I planted a few huge ones, but too late. Put them in a ditch in the back of the yard trying to hide the ugly. That's a good idea. We had that whole row back where the boy goats used to be. And something ate the greenery before they could even form a head. I'm guessing it was rabbits. Yeah. So that's sad. We made sure no one mowed it and, it stayed safe. And then daggone rabbits. It's outside of the fence. So that's how we get in.
Yeah. No tablet. Turn the tablet off.
Lindsay said, what do you guys do to help control?
She's watching.
Are you watching?
What
do you use to help control flies around your chickens and other animals? Honestly, I carry a fly spotter everywhere I go, and I kill flies 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Well, around animals, there's a vinegar solution.
Fly spray.
Yeah, a vinegar.
But around our house, like the outside in the yard, I always have a fly spotter.
Your hair is crazy.
Yeah. So Wyatt got a haircut.
Yes, he did. Look how handsome that man
is. Yesterday, and I didn't really like it.
He didn't like it.
How
He was madder than a hornet at me.
Yes, he was.
Oh, man, he was shooting daggers through his eyes. I told him he was the most handsome thing ever, and now he looks like a big boy.
He does. You look so much older.
What do y'all think?
You okay with it today?
Haircut?
Yeah.
Kind of. It's growing on you.
When you woke up this morning, you looked at me and you said, I think I look good.
I think I look good.
I was like, I know you look good. I told you did.
Oh, there comes the emoji.
Everybody say hi, kiddos.
And why I'm limping kind of, I have a Band-Aid on my toe. Started bleeding when me and Lynn were playing.
Roughhousing,
right? After I just got done telling you not to roughhouse. And by the way,
tough. You'll be
his
all right.
toe bleeding is like the size of like the smallest paper cut. And like a triplet of one droplet of blood.
It's better than a chin, right?
Remember the chin? I know,
Yeah,
like something about with you all on live night is not good.
The worst part is where we had to wait in that room for donuts.
Yeah.
So
It was
crappy.
an hour. So crapping long, he said.
So passionate
There
about
it is. So much passion. Venus said, did you ever have a zucchini plant fall over? Yes. The wind will wreak havoc on them, but they usually do just fine. And they'll get back up.
Yeah, they'll always recover on their own.
Yeah.
The main thing is as long as they don't actually
Everybody says,
snap
hi, Ray
everybody.
Ray and Wyatt. All the emojis. Everyone
know.
says hello.
I don't know if you can see on the screen, but on our screen, there's a lot to press.
A lot of
A lot of buttons.
Buttons,
There's a lot
yeah.
of buttons.
there is. Did y'all
Okay.
have fun on vacation?
Okay. Okay.
You did. What was your favorite part? Everybody wants to know.
Ham.
Thank you, Karen, so much.
Thompson, $10 super chat. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Go ahead.
What was your favorite part, Ray Ray?
My favorite was the boat ride.
The Jurassic boat ride.
That was your favorite? Cool.
That was cool.
I
That was a lot of fun.
What about
What
you?
was yours?
I like can you say it?
She ain't gonna say it. She gets camera shy.
I
The
heard
pool.
The pool.
The
arcade.
arcade.
You did say the arcade was your favorite.
Yeah, real quick, before we get off here, we went to an arcade the first night, and wow, first off, arcades are not like you remember them.
Yeah.
They were quite impressive. There was this virtual reality thing. So it was just a chair that like bumped and did things, and you put on the goggles and it did its thing. Well, she did it first, and she's screaming out loud. I'm
I
like,
did not know what to expect. First of all, I thought it was going to be like, I didn't know what I expected, but I didn't think it was going to be like that. I didn't know I was going to be taken into an
Yeah, it was
alternate
her
universe and like put into my nightmares when I'm unconscious.
she's
That's what it
literally-
felt like.
She's literally shouting
I
out
did,
loud,
and at
like,
some point I
like
realized
she's on a
that
roller
I covered
coaster.
my mouth and I was like, "You got to stop screaming! You're still in an arcade, even though I didn't feel like I was in an arcade."
Yeah. So her and him get done, and she's like, "You got to do that." I'm like, I've been in these
And
like
he's like,
little
"Oh,
virtual
it's
reality
kidding."
things,
But
and it's not much. Go ahead.
I did, and it was so bumpy. I literally had to hold my goggles.
Yeah.
I was like, oh crap.
So I get on there, and it's like these. What were they? Like little rabbits? Like
yeah, like
like
little minion rabbit.
minion
type
rabbit
things.
things.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird.
So you're on a roller coaster, and y'all, you know when you peak and you drop, and how your belly
Right.
kind of falls and goes down on you. It did that in a virtual reality thing, and it blew my mind. Like it was amazing how
It even
real
like
it felt.
shakes your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
yeah, but just
Very real.
the true feeling of like,
A little too real. A little
woo! It was wild.
scary.
It was
So
pretty
cool.
cool.
Then
Are you going to sleep?
I mean,
Yeah.
She said y'all stories put me to sleep.
Like been there, done that.
Then me and Waylon tried it, and Waylon was so scared she didn't say a word.
Yeah, she was pretty terrified.
I don't remember the name of the arcade, North Star Prep Center, but it's one of those in Pigeon Forge.
Yeah,
like
one of the
they're,
really colorful ones.
I think they all have
Rockin'
kind of the same
Raceway. It was
Rockin' Raceway. Rockin'
that was
Raceway.
beside it. I think it was attached, but that wasn't the name of the arcade.
If you find Rockin' Raceway, you'll find
Yeah,
the arcade.
it's right beside it. You
Yeah.
could like buy an arcade and a go-kart package. with
That
it.
is Rockin' Raceway.
Okay, it's Rockin' Raceway.
It's Rockin' Raceway.
He knows.
Heard it straight here.
Heard it straight from the source.
That's right. All
What
right.
is it?
Rockin' Raceway.
Dave! The arcade?
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently.
How like a game?
It
What?
wasn't. I was saying it felt like a dream. It wasn't a dream.
You're so laid out and
I know.
relaxed.
She's about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
You were home.
All right.
All right,
we love
y'all.
y'all. Don't forget to go see
Where's
Two
Wyatt?
Family and Freedom Homestead. Get in there, Wyatt.
We love you all, and we'll see you in the comments
We
on the
love
next video.
y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.